Welcome to From Passion to Profit Radio. My name is Coach Davender, and today I want to share with you some ideas, some tips that you can use to power your big idea from passion to profit. And that's my goal when I work with my clients as a coach, as a mentor, as what I call a visioneer. Somebody who knows how to move from an idea into results. And on From Passion to Profit Radio, what I'm doing here is sharing with you some ideas or presenting to you people with great ideas that you can use in your business to help power your project from passion to profit. And we're live on Ustream.tv at the moment, as well as on Blog Talk Radio, and so you'll be able to see both the video and the audio, because there's a little presentation, a little PowerPoint slide presentation that I'm going to present as we move forward in the next 30 minutes. Now, the subject for today, how to be the go-to professional. And I'm really, really passionate about this because what I find is that there are, a lot of people that I meet when they're thinking of going into business on their own, as a consultant, as a service provider. One of the questions they ask me is, should they go back to school? Should they go and get some specialized training and to be able to get some qualifications? And it's the qualifications that will help to attract clients towards them, or so they believe. Now, being qualified is important. It is, actually, I would say it's essential. If you're a service provider, if you're a professional, you need to know what you're talking about. You need to know what you're doing. So by all means, get the qualifications, get the certifications, get the degrees that will show that you are competent, that you know what you're talking about. But on the other hand, does it really help you get more clients? Does a certification help you get clients? What are customers looking at? And what are they looking for when they are choosing a service professional, whether it be, like myself, I'm a coach, or if you are a financial services professional, or if you are a health professional, like a doctor, a dentist, a chiropractor, if you are a yoga teacher, if you are a speaker, if you are, just name it, a personal trainer, no matter what kind of specialty you're in, social media consultant, expert, website designer, the issue is that there's lots of people who are equally as qualified, or probably even more qualified than you, especially if you're starting out and you haven't yet demonstrated your qualifications. So what is it that will make people choose you? And so that you become the go-to professional in your specialty, in your area. You become the person that when people think of the need that you're able to meet, the desire that you're able to fulfill, when they think of that issue that they want resolved, they think of you right away. And I know in my case it's really, really cool because I've been here in Quebec City, as I record this, I've been here in this city for about 5 years now. And very quickly, what I wanted to do, because when I arrived here, I had to restart my business from scratch. I came into a new city, I had no contacts, I had no network, and I had to get my coaching business up to speed pretty quickly. And so what I started to do was to put into place these 5 principles that I'm going to share with you today. With the objective, with a very precise objective, is I wanted to be the go-to professional. And what happened is it started to snowball, like the steps I started implementing that I'm going to share with you today started to snowball. And so now when people think of a business coach, they think of me. And why is that? How do I know that? Well, whenever I walk into a business networking environment, or at the Chamber of Commerce or other events, whenever people meet with me, the first thing they do is they call me Coach. And so I've sort of been able to brand that name, Coach, to be synonymous with me. And we're going to talk a bit about that today, how you can do that too, so that you become synonymous with the kind of service that you are offering to your clients and to your prospects. So being the go-to professional means being the person that jumps to mind, that leaps to mind when they have a specific situation that they want resolved. When your prospects, when your target market is thinking that they need something, they want something, they desire something, well, poof, your name comes to mind. That's what I mean by being a go-to professional. And it's really, really important because nowadays competition is fierce. And people don't have time to do a lot of research. And even if they wanted to do research, where would they start? So in building your platform to becoming the go-to professional, what you are doing then is you are starting to build a positioning and a reputation and a name for yourself so that the word of mouth starts to get into play, and people think of you and they start referring you, and the phone starts ringing saying, "Hi, I need your help." And so, and also what's cool is when you become the go-to professional too, is that people they recognize the value that you offer, and they're ready to commit. There's no haggling. You don't compete on price now. You are now becoming the choice, the person, the resource. Whenever anybody has a question about your specialty, they will go to you first. Isn't that cool? Isn't that something that you want? So this is what being the go-to professional is all about. So let's look at some principles, 5 simple principles that I recommend that you take a look at putting into place over the next few months. And you can become the go-to professional quite quickly. All right, number 1. Let's get started here. Principle number 1. You are the clients you keep. You are the clients you keep. Now, what does that mean? You are the clients you keep. That means people are going to look at the kinds of clients you have right now, and they're going to use that to decide whether or not you're the kind of person that can help them or not. So your current client base becomes a symbol, becomes a way that people use, a way to measure your why people they're measuring why people would choose you. So they look at the kinds of people that you are currently serving. Prospects look at your current client base and they'll ask themselves, well, what do I have in common with these other clients? So if you're already in business, take a good look at your client base. And what will probably happen is, if you take the average of your current clients, those are the people that you're going to be attracting. And you either have realized this already or you're in the process of realizing this. Now, if you want to change that, so let's say that there's 2 cases I want to talk here about. So let's say that you have already a client base, but you want to increase your client base. You want better clients. Clients who are willing to pay more. Clients also who are more in line with where you want to take your business. Because that's really important also. So then the question is, if your prospects are looking at your current clients, how do you raise the standard of your average client? Well, that means getting rid of clients that don't serve you. Getting rid of the bottom half of the clients. Now, getting rid of the bottom half, firing clients that don't really fit with where you want to go. It doesn't mean just abandoning them. It means maybe you're not the right person for them. Maybe you're not the best person for them. So take a look at some of your clients where you're finding that it doesn't really click, that you're not getting a lot of joy with, or maybe they're not getting a lot of joy with you either. And that is usually, you see that when they start delaying on payments. The money issue is a good proxy for how satisfied they are about you. Or if they start haggling about prices and that. I don't want clients who haggle about prices. I want clients who recognize the value that I offer and who are ready to commit. So take a look at your client base, and if you want to improve the standard of your clients, then it's very simple. Start getting rid of some of the clients that are not in the direction where you want to take your business. Now, the other case is, if you don't have already clients, well, then it's great. You can start from scratch. You can build the ideal client. You can build the ideal client base. And this is where